Tonight on CTV, a Tuesday night bomb threat was received at Morgan Library.
Then a Homelessness Awareness presentation.
And finally, graduate students show off their work.
All that and more tonight on CTV.
Welcome to CTV Thursday. I'm Sunday Miller.
And I'm Amelia Casteneda. And here's what's happening in the world of news.
Students of CSU were alerted Tuesday night of a bomb threat in the Morgan Library. We had Kiara Coles on the scene.
Approximately 7:45 last night, CSU students studying at the Morgan Library were evacuated due to a bomb threat. Although students immediately left the building, they were not aware of the nature of the evacuation.
We were just kind of sitting there, and then just like the alarm started going off, so everybody just kind of started standing up and leaving.
We work at the help desk, the second one over. We, just doing the printing and stuff. And we saw, I guess, cops kind of grouping up around the entrance, like where the metal detectors are. Yeah.
Campus authorities issued a campus-wide alert shortly after, telling students to avoid the area. Police officers were stationed outside of the library with assault rifles, while an additional team swept the building.
No, the last time we spoke to the police officers, they said it probably was not going to open again tonight. So, big building takes a long time to clear.
However, the library was issued an all clear at approximately 9:30. The suspect, 31-year-old Jonathan Kopp, who was photographed inside the Morgan Library, was arrested at the Alley Cat Coffee House. Campus Safety sent out a thank you note message to the community for reporting on the suspect's whereabouts. In Fort Collins, Kiara Cole, CTV Channel 11.
Larimer County election was held Tuesday and the results have been tallied and are in. Fort Collins passed a new measure to give the city government-run broadband. This is expected to cost $150 million, but should be paid back by subscribers to the internet service that will cost either $50 or $70 per month. Fort Collins also passed a measure giving city council permission to amend current marijuana laws without voter approval. This could potentially align Fort Collins regulations with that of the state.
Larimer County passed the measure to extend the 0.15% sales tax dedicated to the fairgrounds for another 20 years. The county also struck down a measure that would eliminate the 3-term limit for the assessor, treasurer, clerk and recorder, sheriff, and surveyor.
As part of Homelessness Awareness and Action Month at CSU, there was a presentation and discussion held on Tuesday night on the issue homelessness in Fort Collins.
We're the ones where people are being told if you sit on a sidewalk, you're breaking the law and you can go to jail.
Poverty rights and homelessness issues were topics of discussion among CSU students and community members who attended the MLK Poor People's Campaign presentation hosted by the Slice office.
Students to get involved in our community. We want for students to learn from the people who are organizing in our community and who can put them in these positions of action and give them really engaging ways to create change.
Like camping tickets.
Four scholars and right activists gave presentations on the issues.
Here it was 3 organizations that are really working with accountability in the streets, in the community, and with accurate information putting out that perspective. And then people having an opportunity to question and challenge and think about a perspective.
A Q&A allowed students to ask questions related to the CSU community.
My peers in these spaces, because so often I come to these spaces and I see it's mostly older community members. What are your thoughts and what's your advice for us?
The larger CSU community should be talking about these things and thinking about these things, especially since Colorado State is primarily white and there is some sort of degree of privilege that comes with being able to access a college education.
And that creates these
Paul Bonin hopes this presentation allows students to talk more about the issues that surround them.
At one time, the juror segregation.
Groups can come together outside of the structure of the school, if that's how it has to happen, to work on divestment issues, to work on Palestine, to work on poverty.
The Poor People's Campaign is currently advocating for a Safe Place to Rest Act in California as well as in Colorado. The bill would grant homeless people rights including the protection to inhabit or rest in public spaces. For more information, visit poorpeoplescampaign.org.
During last night's ASCSU meeting, the impeachment committee said they are working on finishing up some hearings. and their rising report will tentatively occur next Wednesday. President Josh Silva presented a bill to ratify the 2018 Elections Manager job description. He explained the minor changes made to the job description and desire to extend office hours to increase accessibility. In honor of National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week starting November 11th, the Resolution 4711 was presented by Senator Fern. His resolution aims to increase awareness about students who are facing homelessness and food insecurity. The resolution was strongly supported by Senate and sent to the University Issues Committee for further consideration.
Earlier today, graduate students had the chance to show off their hard work.
Colorado State University graduate students gathered in the Laurie Student Center Grand Ballroom to present their research projects to the CSU community. The Grad Show is an interdisciplinary showcase that brings forward the work of over 300 students from all 8 of Colorado State's colleges. Presentations are judged and evaluated by 200 judges that are made up of faculty, students, research scientists, and alumni. Along with relevancy and usefulness to their research, judges are looking for a lot more.
Looking for confidence in the person who's doing the presentation. I want them to be able to explain at any level, both complicated and down to the basic level of what they are doing.
Some students presenting posters shared the amount of time that went into their projects.
So far it's 4 years now, so when you're talking about the poster, you're talking about 4 years of your degree.
I've been working on this for about 1.5 years, and so between flipping back and forth between a research assistantship and a teaching assistantship, it's somewhere probably around 50 hours a week or so at least.
The Grad Show includes professional development opportunities and also gives the chance for students to compete for the Vice President for Research Graduate Fellowship. Winners of the fellowship will receive up to $4,000 in scholarship and travel support and the ability to participate in mentorship and leadership engagement in multidisciplinary activities. Many CSU students look forward to the challenge and the ability to share their work with others.
I love how it's like about how we can make it simple as we can for people who's not like in our field.
Winners of the fellowship will be announced this evening. For more information, you can visit graduateschool.colostate.edu.
Last Friday, the Fort Collins community gathered in Old Town to celebrate the annual Holiday Lights lighting ceremony.
Every year, approximately 400 to 500 people occupy Oak Street Plaza for the lighting ceremony.
I really love the event because the lights are really pretty, and I've come here once before, and I really like it.
In the 70s, there were fake candles, tinsel, and decorative snowflakes dangled from light poles in the middle of College Avenue for the Downtown Holiday Lights program. Nowadays, we use light bulbs, and in 2007, the City of Fort Collins upgraded the lighting from traditional bulbs to energy-efficient LED bulbs, generating 90% energy savings. The City of Fort Collins contracts with Save a Tree to install, maintain, and remove the holiday lights.
Probably just the countdown and like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Their installation process starts the last Monday of September and lasts 6 weeks leading up to the lighting ceremony last Friday.
We now go live to Amelia Gorelick.
I'm here in Old Town in front of Santa. This tonight, the lights of February 14th on. Its loved ones found to experience. From CTV News,
Thank you, Aaliyah.
That's all we have for news.
Stay tuned for weather, sports, and entertainment right after this.